Hey now, Val. Today we're focusing on the question: how do we grow as people, right? And not just growing in school or growing in a certain skill, but just in general. What does it mean? What do we have to do to be able to grow? And so there's a little concept that I want to share with you that has had a pretty big impact on how I look at challenges. So we're going to start with this comfort zone, right? And so we should probably all have at least experienced like when we're in the comfort zone, things are easy, right? We know how to do these things. We're just comfortable with it. It's not hard at all. Things come automatically to us. We don't have to think through every step because we've probably done it enough that it's easy now, right? And so we're comfortable doing it. So we don't have to think too much about it, and it doesn't worry us because, like I said, we've done it enough to not have to think about it. It's just automatic. It's easy, right? So here, like things that aren't new are going to fall into this comfort zone because if it was new, then we would have to think about it. It would not be automatic and it probably wouldn't be easy, right? So, comfort zone, things that are easy, automatic, don't have to think about, not new, okay? So, when we're in the comfort zone, not a lot of new learning happens here because we've had to have experienced it before for it to become comfortable, right? So when we practice something enough, it becomes part of our comfort zone. So something that's new that we practice over and over, it becomes comfortable for us, right? So new things we learn, they come into the comfort zone once we've done it enough, right? So, where does learning happen? In order for learning to happen, we almost entirely have to come out of our comfort zone because we have to experience things that are new and try new challenges, right? So, we call this next zone here the stretch zone. It's where we stretch our abilities and we grow and we learn new things. We learn how to do things. We learn new concepts. We learn new skills, right? This is where we grow and this is where we develop our new skills in this stretch zone, not in the comfort zone, in the stretch zone. Okay, so what does it feel like when we're in the stretch zone? Because things are new, they're going to be a little bit challenging and it's not going to feel easy. It shouldn't feel easy because it's not easy because we have to grow. Okay, so we'll probably feel like what we're doing is challenging. That's good. That means that we're growing, right? Sometimes when we get used to being in that stretch zone, when we get a little confidence, it's going to be kind of exciting sometimes. We're going to be excited to learn new skills. It's going to feel good to grow as a person. Right? Sometimes we might feel nervous because it's new. We don't know what to expect. We don't know if we're going to do well. We don't know if it's how hard it's going to be. So being nervous is totally normal. But in order to do well in the stretch zone, we have to be willing to take risks. We have to be willing to come out of our comfort zone and try new things. Right? So when we keep ourselves in the stretch zone, we grow. It's inevitable. If we stay in that stretch zone, we will grow. We will get better at things. And when we start doing that, we'll start to feel accomplished for the things that we learn and the areas that we grow in. Okay. We'll also feel better about ourselves because we have bettered ourselves. We've taken ourselves from knowing X amount of things and we just added to that. So we added skills for ourselves, right? We get to take these new skills with us everywhere we go for the rest of our lives, to class, to relationships, to college, to the armed services, to the trade, to my job, wherever it is. You get to take your new skills with you wherever you go. Those are yours forever. Okay. So what happens if we go too far out of our comfort zone? That's a possibility. And if you get used to leaving your comfort zone and trying to stretch and trying to grow as a person, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It happens to everyone, but that's okay. It's totally normal. Okay. So that gives us a new zone. That new zone's out here. We call this the panic zone because we get so far out of our comfort zone that things are so new and it really takes a toll on us. We don't want you guys to be here, right? So, first off, like I said, everyone who's trying to grow is going to enter the panic zone from time to time. That's okay. How will I know that I moved too far into the panic zone, right? So, what will that feel like? What will be my indicators? Well, we might feel heated, right? And we all know heated is just another way to say that I'm frustrated, or it's another way to say that I'm scared, or another way to say that I'm upset or angry. Okay, so if we get to that point where we feel heated, frustrated, scared, upset, angry, we're probably entering the panic zone. Okay, it's a possibility we might feel embarrassed because we've tried something that's so hard that we're worried about what other people think. And it's normal to feel that way, but you don't have to because you're trying to grow. That's a positive thing. We also might feel self-conscious, right? When I'm trying something that's so new, I start to kind of, beat myself up a little bit. Like, is it my problem? But it's not my problem. It's just the fact that I haven't experienced it enough and I haven't practiced it enough. So I worry about what it looks like and how I'm doing. Okay. So I want to be clear. We don't want any of you in the panic zone, right? That's not our goal. We're all part of the same pack and we look out for each other. And we're all here at Dow Val as staff members because we want to help people, right? We want to enable and empower people, students, to grow and become better people. We want them to be able to have happier lives. That's why we're all here. So we look at you as part of our pack, and we're going to do everything we can to help you get to where you want to be in life. Okay, so if you find yourself in the panic zone, repeat after me. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. It's okay. Everyone gets there. All you need to do is take a step back, take a deep breath, and then just privately let your teacher know, like, hey, I think I moved a little bit past the stretch zone. I'm entering the panic zone. Can you work with me so that I don't have to be in the panic zone? And we will. Okay. Quick recap. So comfort zone. It's not bad, but we're not growing. So we don't want to be there. We want to be able to come back to there if we need to, but we want to push ourselves into that stretch zone, right? And again, the stretch zone, it's not easy. It's not supposed to be, but that's where we grow. We have to challenge ourselves if we want to get better at things. If we want to learn new things, new skills, new concepts, we have to get to that stretch zone. We have to challenge ourselves. And then the panic zone. We will feel like panicking, but don't. Take a step back, remove yourself from the panic zone, take a deep breath, and get back into that stretch zone. That's all we got to do.